Hey there, I have my friend Mr. Chad Basinger here at Real Talk Media Studios. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. I like to ask questions, and my question to you today is how long does it take to buy a home?
That's a really good question.
Okay.
And once again, the answer always is depends. Now, I like to tell people I can move as quickly or slowly as you want. Prime example is I had a house for sale. We opened escrow on a Monday and we closed on a Thursday of that week. So in that particular case, the answer was it took 4 days for the house to buy a home.
Wow.
A more realistic scenario is a close of escrow usually is like 30 or 45 days. But really, I think what the question is how long from the beginning, from when I start looking at a property, will I be able to find a house, go under contract? That's really what I think the question is. So it really depends. You got to make sure you have all your ducks in a row so that way when you do find the right property, you're ready to act accordingly. In this market of extremely low inventory and a lot of qualified buyers, you're competing with a lot of people. So it can be a little bit more challenging than other times. But really, it doesn't take a long time to buy a home, but it's also a function of what the consumer's parameters are. If you get someone who says, I have to have an ocean view and it's got, if you've got parameters that are such that it's going to make it very difficult to find a place, then it's going to take longer. But what I like to do is find out my clients' must-haves, what they absolutely have to have, any deal breakers, things that they would like to have, but they're okay if there's any variance in that. Do our homework up front, and then I only bring properties to their attention that fit what I think is a good fit for them. So I can bring someone out and show them a property in the very first house they see, and this has happened before, and that's the one. Now, a lot of buyers are like, oh my gosh, this doesn't feel right. This is the only house I've seen. I'm like, well, if you'd rather me show you 100 places that don't fit, I mean, we could go certainly look at 100 homes so that way it feels better that you've seen a bunch of places. But what we're doing is our homework up front, eliminating a lot of stuff that doesn't fit, and then only bringing things to your attention because I'm not going to waste your time. That's not a good use of your time. So as far as how long it takes to buy a home, if someone's doing their homework up front and we're all on the same page, it could take one day, it could take a week. If you're a little more selective and nitpicky and you don't act in an expeditious manner, especially in this market, it could take a couple months up to a year.
Thank you very much. I hope that was a wealth of information from Mr. Chad Basinger.